Okay, so me and Beeston were out fishing today, and we got a little hungry for some sweets. So we're gonna make the Bust a Move cookies. No measuring, no nothing, no butter, no whipping the sugar to the butter, not all that bull crap that people do to make their special cookies. Here's how we're gonna make cookies, real fast and easy. We're gonna take a little bit of flour. That's about 1.5 cups of flour right there. And then we're going to take about 3/4 of a cup of white sugar. It's about right?
About right.
Yes, sir. This is how you make cookies when you have a high school diploma.
That's it.
So now we want about 1/2 cup or so of brown sugar. And normally you pack this and you do all this measuring, and really that's just a waste of time when you're just trying to make something sweet to eat in a quick and efficient way.
Gauge it, strap for time, you know, just bust it out.
Yeah, you just got to do it. So we got about 1/2 cup of brown sugar. If you packed it, it might be 3/8 of a cup, but there's about 1/2 cup in there. So now we need a little bit of milk. Add a little bit of fat, which we're going to use oil instead of butter, but anyway. So 1/4 cup of milk. And about 1/4 cup of oil, because normally you'd have a stick of butter in here, which is about equal to that. So instead of putting butter in and whipping it into the sugar and getting peaks and all that, we're doing this the quick and easy way. So we need about 1/4 cup of oil. And you can make a pretty good cake actually with oil instead of butter and stuff. And then we need some eggs. We're going to do 3 in this, because this is like a batch and a half, because I poured a little more flour in there than I originally was thinking. So we're adjusting the batch.
Adjusted. Got a little overzealous.
So now
Flour.
we're using 3 eggs instead of 2, which would normally be what we do. So now we have baking powder, and we're going to use about 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Or no, baking powder, sorry. Yep, a little bit more. That's a little over 1 teaspoon. And you have to add a little salt, because the salt actually helps the leavening. It's not about flavor, it's about helping that leaven. So now, we're not even going to whip it. We're just finding the old good wooden spoon.
Right there.
And we're going to stir it right
Thought
up.
you knew.
And normally when I make cookies, I would take an ice cream scoop, the old type that you push the trigger and it swipes the inside of it, so you can scoop it out in nice even portions.
Yeah.
But we're sort of in a hurry today, so we're just going to use a pan and make it into a sheet. And if you ever looked at cookie dough, that's what it looks like. It's actually a little runnier than it should be, but it'll be fine because of the way we're making it.
Yeah.
And today we're not going to measure the chips. We're going to use some white chips. I don't like a whole lot of chips in my cookies actually. I like the flavor of the dough. And butterscotch. Alright, and now the cookies are done, and you don't put flour and grease and stuff on your pan, you use parchment paper. Simple. And if you're doing regular cookies and you scoop it on there, you put 6 or 8 on there, when you take it out you can just pull the parchment paper off, put another one on, and put the pan right in and let this on the counter to cool.
Don't mess with the grease or oil.
Yeah, don't mess with scooping cookies off and waiting for them to get hard. You can pull the parchment paper right off and just sit them there on the counter and they cool off while the other ones are already in the oven. It's all about efficiency.
That's it. Take it.
If you want to be fancy and make real pretty cookies, you can take the time to do that, which I do that sometimes, but not when you're in Florida and you don't feel like it. You just want to get something
Yeah,
sweet.
you want something sweet while you're on vacation? It's a quick and easy method.
Definitely. So now we need to distribute the cookie.
Looking good.
If I had some walnuts, I'd throw them in here too, but I don't.
Ooh.
So now the cookies, the bar, is going in the convection oven at 325. If it was a regular oven, it'd be 350. But we're putting it in 325 convection oven for about 12 minutes.
Just like that.
That's it. And we'll add something to it later when they're done cooking in about 12 minutes. Okay, here's the finished product. This is how easy it is to get a cookie out of the pan.
That's that parchment paper.
Simple. And this is what it looks like. Like a big sheet of deliciousness. What do you think? Thanks for watching.